What do you think of the second episode of Penguin? How did you feel?
Oh, pretty much the same way I feel as the first episode. It keeps getting better. I like the second episode because it hits more on, the daughter, Falcone.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot more. She seems to be going a little bit, getting closer to Oswald a lot more.
Yeah.
And Oswald is still getting closer and closer. He's digging himself more and more a deep hole, even though we all know how this turns out for him.
Right.
You just want to know how is this gonna pop off.
Right.
Because, he got Victor with him, which Victor is just his original character. So I feel like what's going to happen eventually, he's going to get popped. And that's going to have Penguin with absolutely no heart, no malice, and he's going to do whatever he wants.
That makes sense because he's going to have to lose. He's going to have to be like the cold-hearted Penguin eventually. And, a lot of people are really worried about that Vic character. A lot of people really like his character already. Like, we're only a couple episodes in, and people are just like, if anything happens to this guy.
And I think that's going to happen eventually. I think he could get popped, or his mom is around to get popped. Both of characters could get popped.
That's true.
And I think if that's what's going to end up happening, and that's going to turn him to the cold-hearted killer.
Yeah.
And he's not going to care at all.
Well, I mean, he's already kind of cold-hearted in a way because he is doing like the double, triple agent thing with these crime families. I mean,
that's true, but that's just to screw each other.
That is
screw
true.
them each other. He's still not that guy yet.
No. And I mean, it seems like him and Sophia are becoming like pals in a way because now Sophia wants to burn down her own Falcone crime family because, she just feels kind of like slated by them. But I wonder how that's going to play into the bigger arc of the series.
Me too.
A lot of people are speculating that maybe Sophia is going to get whacked by the end of this film or series. I keep saying film. It's so hard to tell anymore. But
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think she might end up being whacked, or someone suggested she might end up back in Arkham because we get inklings of like who she is before Arkham. Anyway, she's like some sort of serial killer.
Yep. Oh yeah, she's dangerous in the comics. She is nothing to mess with.
Yeah, I remember the scene where they're at the funeral, like for her brother, and I think like a cousin of hers walks up to her, and she's like, "Oh, remember those times we spent in Italy in the summers? Like maybe we should plan a girls' trip or whatever." Yep. And then the cousin's daughter runs up, and then she like kind of grabs onto the daughter, like the cousin grabs onto her daughter.
She clutches her daughter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Sophia's like, "Oh, I see how you really are," and like she gets really cold with her. That's a good scene, but also it's like if you were just planning pretending to plan a girls trip with your cousin, why are you acting all scared?
Because she's fake. The cousin was fake. Yeah, that's why.
I get it, but it's just like that seemed kind of silly.
Yeah,
not in a bad way, but just to me personally, I was like, oh, okay, just could be like
that's
that.
How
I
people
guess.
are, man. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was funny. Like Vic tried to plant the jewels, and then he had to like run away because he got caught. That was kind of funny to me.
He was scared.
Yeah, it's just like him and Penguin are just like this duo. They're just kind of like fumbling through all this in a way. Like they're not.
And that's what makes it good. That's what makes it good. They're like they're very good at acting off each other.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really incompetent in any way. It's just like Vic's really new at this, and then Penguin is just awkward because he can't move as fast.
Yep.
But he's also he's making smart moves. He's like making changes on the go and whatever, like reevaluating plans. He's trying to frame like the crime families and trying to keep it undercover, even though he gets caught, but he still somehow gets away.
Well, he has to because he's whenever you trying to turn against you're trying to have people turn against each other, things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Things are going to offset each other sometimes. It's not going to go as planned.
No,
so you have to think on your feet.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going great so far. I really enjoy it. I mean, comparatively to what we opened the show with when we were talking about Joker, or earlier when we were talking about Joker, it's night and day with these villain properties. Like Penguin is something that Matt Reeves understands the character and also doesn't hate the character, so he's treating him very well, and like this is his universe that he's building up. Whereas Todd Phillips just decided to burn it all down.
Yep, pretty much.
Two sides of the same coin in a way, or flip side, if you want to look at it that way.
I mean, also too, Matt Reeves. It helps that Matt Reeves is a comic book fan.
He is.
And Todd Phillips is not a comic book fan.
He is, yeah. And did we talk about it before? But there was like a story where like WB or Warner Brothers is like really wanting Matt Reeves to hurry up this Batman stuff, so they can get Batman in the DCU with James Gunn, because James Gunn doesn't want to do another Batman along with the Batman.
Yeah. We talked about that last week.
Okay, couldn't remember if we did
we
or
talked
not.
about that last week.
Yeah,
I think the crazy thing about it is, just real quick, Todd Phillips, at one point when they were looking for people to take over for DC Studios, they did look at Todd Phillips as well.
Oh wow.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Take. I wonder if Joker 2 would have came out differently though. Because like I said, I mean, something had to happen along the way that just really jaded Todd Phillips. Maybe it was James Gunn taking it over. You know what I mean? Maybe he was in the running. Maybe he was really excited to take over DC. James Gunn got it. And then he was like, you know what? Screw this. Screw this Joker. Screw your sequel. This is my retaliation. You know?
Yeah, but at the same time, why would you want to screw your own self over?
I don't know, man.
Hollywood is a small community.
Yeah,
Hollywood is a small community.
It is true, but people get mad. Their emotions rage.
That's why it's not good to be emotional.
Yeah,
and so I would hope that he wouldn't have thought like that, because if he did, that's just pure immaturity.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point, but I'm just speculating.
Yeah, I would hope that he wouldn't think like that, because that is pure immaturity.
No, but I mean, I don't know. He had some sort of vision for this, and something happened along the way, or something didn't happen the way he wanted it to, or maybe I don't know. I can't explain it. That's all we have for today. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to join the conversation, you can email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com.
You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at On The Go with Jacob and James.
You can find James on Instagram at
James9794.
You can find me on Instagram at jacobdantone.audio. James is on the go.
Jacob's on the go.
We are all on the go.